We are already in the nine. Wow. Thanks to everyone who has been joining and following us in this journey of 30 days challenge. It's really a challenge, like the name says. This challenge is intended to help you sharpen your communication skills, conquer your fear of public speaking, and help you manage communication whenever there is a crisis or a conflict. And we are still dealing with communication within multinational company. I'm going to continue by giving you tips. Okay, we start with developing your cultural intelligence. What is cultural intelligence? To put it simply, cultural intelligence is your ability to adapt yourself whenever you are communicating with people that do not have the same cultural background as yours. So, and we know that in a multinational setup, you are going to meet people from every background, be it from the country or the continent or the race, even in the beliefs, religion, and all of that. And if you are coming from Africa, you need to deconstruct your perception of people. You need to understand that the people you are going to work with had a different life while growing up. They were taught different things, and you do not have to expect them to react or to relate with you in the same way. So develop your cultural intelligence. It's very important. For the first 3 months, there is what we call the 90-day rule. 90-day rule is that you need to spend your first few months observing your colleagues. How do they handle conflict? How quickly do they reply to email? Do they socialize privately or in groups? Like, for example, in certain companies, colleagues, they go to take lunch together. In other companies, you will see everyone in the canteen is having his lunch with his AirPods or maybe reading a book. You need to observe that. What is the meeting etiquette? Who speaks first? Who makes the final decision? How frequent are the meetings held in the company or within your team? Because in multinational, you can belong to a department or a project, and within that project you still have little teams that are focused on something in particular. You need to pay attention to the team's established norms. These often override national and cultural stereotypes. One of the rules, for example, that I've noticed me myself working outside of my country is that they hold meetings regularly. They always want to keep in touch how far you are with the particular project that they have given you. They want to make sure that you understand clearly the task that has been assigned to you. And depending on the leadership model of your team leader or your manager, there are people who do what we call micromanaging. Whenever they give you a task, they will always follow up, maybe 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours follow up. There are others who will really leave you. When they give you a task, they will always come to check when the deadline has already reached. So that is you developing your cultural intelligence. You need to be curious. Do not assume. When you encounter a communication style you don't understand, for example, someone that is extremely direct, Europeans usually they are direct, or someone that is excessively polite, from like Asian people that live here in the Philippines. Filipinos are very polite, very respectful. They always honor their boss. Do not show so much that you are confused, but show that you are curious to learn how it happens within your team. You need to ask also for preferences in a one-on-one setting. Okay, you need to ask to your team member to make sure that we collaborate well. Hi Becky, I just want to make sure that our collaboration is easy. What is your preferred method for receiving critical feedback? Is it that you prefer email or chat or quick call? You just want me to walk to your station and talk to you face to face? Understand what we call power distance. The cultural dimension of power distance describe how much a culture respects and accepts hierarchy power. You need to also be aware that some of your team members that are from different, maybe Asia or European, they might be more used to formal hierarchy structure than someone that is, for example, from the US. US people, they are very free. The boss will tell you, call me Brian, call me Mary, and all of that. And you also need to adapt your communication style. Use plain English, because of course in most if you're going to be outside of your country, it's not going to be French, it's going to be English. So avoids the pop culture references or sentences that are mostly maybe from your African, or depending on your background. Okay, it's not necessarily African. Mind your volume and pace. If you are in a virtual meeting, speak at a moderate and even pace. Okay, and when you are sharing, make sure that you also have visuals to make yourself understood better, and document key decision. That is the reason why I always told you that if you are walking into a meeting room, or you are going to meet your team leader or your manager, never go empty-handed. I know you can have maybe your tablet or your phone to take note, but it's always preferable if you can have your pen and your notebook. And yeah, that's it. I hope it has helped you. See you in the next day for the challenge.